far as some of the songs, one of the first, well, it was the first song that I wrote for the record, was My Imaginary Friend. It was titled My Imaginary Friend. And I've always loved that concept, the idea of, for me, that's a real spiritual concept. It's almost like this spiritual idea of God, or being our imaginary friend, because we don't really see him, we don't really know, we don't really have physical contact, but that from the time I was a kid, I thought about that. I thought about God as kind of my imaginary friend. So it's kind of a spiritual concept for me. And that was the first song that I wrote for the project, and I wrote it even before I did any of the other stuff that went on the choir record way back a few years ago. And there's another song on the record that's one of my favorites. It's called This Is How I Feel. And again, that was an early one that I wrote for the record. And when I was listening to it at one point, I forgot, somebody was sitting in the room with me and I was playing it for him. I think it might have even been Mike Rowe. And I was playing it for him, and I didn't have a title for it. And he goes, whoever it was said, that sounds great. He said, what are you going to call it? And I go, I don't know. I go, just whenever I hear this is just how I feel. He goes, that's a great title. So that was a good one. And then the last piece I wrote is the first song on the record, called The Sound at the End of the World. And that one, I had the title first. I was actually thinking, I had watched a show, this show called Wallander. It's like a PBS, like a British series. It's on PBS. It's about this mystery about this Scandinavian detective. And it's real stark, and everything is, the colors are all cool, and it's just really a real eerie kind of thing. And I was watching that, I thought, man, I'd love to do music for this show. If I did music for this show, what would I do? And so I just, that night after the show was over, I went in the studio and I stayed up all night until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I wrote that piece called The Sound at the End of the World, because the landscape of Scandinavia up there, like in Finland and Denmark, whatever, it looks desolate. It looks like you're going to walk off the end of the earth. So